Inter Miami have defeated New York City FC to advance to the MLS Cup Final for a chance to win the league trophy. Guys, this is the biggest trophy you can win in Major League Soccer. This is the trophy. Several people ask me, Will, is this a trophy? Is that a trophy? Eastern Conference Final? Yes, but this is the biggest trophy you could possibly win in MLS. This is it. This is the champion of the league, and Inter Miami have won to play in their first ever MLS Cup final next Saturday after they defeated New York City FC 5-1. And honestly, a surprising fashion. It wasn't exactly how I thought it was going to go. And arguably, some players who you thought were going to have a big game really didn't have to do as much as you would think. So let's start off with the first half. In the first half, Inter Miami looked a lot more lively than they did in the first half against FC Cincinnati. They didn't look lethargic. They didn't look unsure of themselves the first 15 minutes like they did against Cincinnati. They were playing a lot more confident and they were able to score. Tadeo Allende had a beautiful, beautiful goal at a hard angle on New York City FC on the right side of the post in between the goalkeeper and the post. I mean, he fit in there tight. It was beautiful, beautiful goal by Tadeo Allende. And when he scored, I thought, okay. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are trying to hit 12,000 subscribers by MLS Cup Final Day, which is a little over a week away. We're less than 900 till we hit 12K. And with your help, I know we can reach that goal. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. Now, back to the video. So this is the Miami team we're getting today. Miami's got Tadeo Allende balling out from the start. That's a good sign for Inter Miami in their quest to get to their MLS Cup final. So he scores. Then in the 23rd minute, he had a worldy header. I mean, beautiful header by Tadeo Allende. When Tadeo Allende has a brace in the first 23 minutes of the game, it's not a that's bad. That's a bad sign for the opposing team. Really bad sign for the opposing team. So they're up 2-0. You're kind of thinking to yourself, okay, New York City might be in trouble here. And I had said before the game, my prediction was Inter Miami was going to win 2-1, but they were up 2-0, 23 minutes in. I thought, okay, this could get ugly. And if it gets ugly, that means that they're probably going to co-spy and win MLS Cup with ease. But after the 23rd minute, things kind of slowed down a little bit, right? They didn't play as well as they did the first 23 minutes. New York City FC kind of frustrated them a little bit, had some opportunities. Inter Miami had some sloppy touches, sloppy passes. I thought Baltasar Rodriguez kind of had a bad first half. I thought Chelo Wingate had a bad first half, and they were not very sharp. Hell, even Matteo Savetti had a bad, not as good a first half as what we're accustomed to him having. But then New York City FC were able to pull one back in the 37th minute. Justin Hack had a beautiful header, too. Two good headers in the first half. That doesn't happen very often, but two great headers by each team in the first half. They pulled one back, and I thought to myself, if New York City FC wants to stay in this game, they're going to have to be able to pull one back before the end of the first half, or they're in trouble. They're not going to come back. It's going to be over. It's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout if they don't, but they did. And Inter Miami were kind of limping into that second half, guys. They did not look very good towards the end. It was 2-1. Going into the half, I thought, all right, Inter Miami going to have to score another goal if they want to win this game. New York City FC is creeping around. They're lingering around. They're staying right there. They're not going away. They need a goal, or this could get interesting. Inter Miami could end up having this game tied up. New York City sending it to extra time, and who the hell knows what happens, right? But in the 67th minute, Matteo Salvetti, the young Argentine star. Yes, I said it, star. He's a star in the making. He's going to be an MLS record transfer fee, outgoing fee. He is that good. You're going to hear this name for a very long time. He will play for the Argentine senior team eventually. He is a stud. He scored an absolute beautiful goal. Clinical, calm, cool, collected. Matteo Salvetti, absolute baller, and put this game 3-1. And at that point, I'm like, all right, I think it could be over. I don't think New York City FC have anything in them to be able to pull one back. They only had the one goal. I also want to point out too that one of the changes they made in the second half that I think helped Inter Miami, I forgot to mention this, is they took Noah Allen out, they put Sergio Busquets back at center back, and they subbed in Yannick Bright. I think that helped out quite a bit. I think that was a turning point because I think Sergio Busquets is good at playing the ball in the back. He's a better passer than Noah Allen. I think that was also very, very useful, and that was a good move by Javier Mascherano in the second half. So they're up 3-1. I'm thinking, okay, this is probably over, right? This is probably over. 67-minute 3-1. It had to be a miraculous comeback by New York City FC to win this game. Then in the 83rd minute, Segovia had a great play, a great play off of Jordi Alba. He passed it to Jordi Alba, and then Jordi Alba had this back heel flick to Tasco Segovia, and he scored with ease to put him up 4-1. And then it was 4-1 in the 83rd minute. Then it's like really, really over. And just for a good measure, in the 89th minute, Tadeo Allende got his hat trick. Tadeo Allende got his hat trick in the 89th minute for Inter Miami. If Tadeo Allende is scoring a hat trick, they're winning 99 out of 100 games, Inter Miami. I would be willing to bet you they will never lose a game that Tadeo Allende scores a hat trick in. Now, obviously, most people would say, well, Will, if someone scores a hat trick, you're probably going to win the game no matter what. But if Tadeo Allende is scoring a hat trick, you're winning the game 100%. Tadeo Allende balled out in this game. This is the best game of his career, the best run of his career. He's in the best form of his career. He is absolutely balling out for this team in the most crucial time of the season. And all the bad games he had, stinkers he had in the earlier games in the season, will be forgiven by the fans if he plays like this, because this is what matters most. Playing in big time games where trophies are on the line, that's what matters most. He's balling out. He's playing well when things are at stake. He will be forgiven. And now I understand why they want to re-sign him after he has hat trick. He's got 5 goals too in the last 2 games. Absolutely incredible. And I want to also mention Messi. Messi didn't really have his best game, but he wasn't bad. The players around him just played well. And I said that Messi needs this around he needs his teammates to help him out. He can't do everything every single game, guys. He has to have his supporting cast contribute. He can't score every single game, 3 goals. He needs his teammates to carry the load sometimes. And Messi probably had his worst game of the playoffs. Not to say he's bad. He wasn't bad. He just hadn't been playing as good as what he had played in previous games. But even with that being said, he still had an assist. He had a good game. He didn't have his best game, but it didn't matter because they absolutely routed at New York City FC, and they didn't even need their maestro to have his best game to do so, which is it's what you'd want to see. You want to make things as easy on him as possible. You don't want to overwork him and force him to do every single thing in order to win. I mean, they just absolutely dominated this game, guys. Absolutely dominated this game. And Javier Mascherano deserves a lot of credit too. Javier Mascherano was getting absolutely attacked all the time because of how bad his tactics and his management was in the beginning of the season. But you have to remember that he is a first-year coach. He had never coached the senior level before. He'd only coached the youth national team for Argentina. He's still learning how to be a manager. He's still learning how to be a manager. And what he did tonight was very impressive, and what he's done in the playoffs has been very impressive. He deserves flowers for what he has done. I understand that he has had a lot of shortcomings, but he deserves credit, just like Tadeo Allende. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. And Miami is finishing better than anyone in the entire league. And because of that, they're going to play in the MLS Cup Final next Saturday to be the champion of Major League Soccer. Now, I don't know who they're going to play yet because the game hasn't happened. It's going to be either San Diego FC or Vancouver Whitecaps. That game's going to be on shortly, and they'll play the winner of that. But the championship game will go through Miami. They will have to go, either one of these teams will have to go to Fort Lauderdale and play Inter Miami at Chase Stadium to win MLS Cup. They will have to play at Miami. So Miami is in the best position you possibly could want them to be in. All the momentum is in their favor. They're averaging 4 goals a game right now. They're playing beautiful, beautiful, attractive ball, even if some of the players aren't playing their best. There's nothing more you can want if you're an Inter Miami fan. And at this point, I don't know how anyone could pick against them for the MLS Cup final. I mean, they are just firing on all cylinders. They look incredible. And if you had told me this in August when they were struggling, because they've had a couple spells in the season and even early in the season where they were struggling, decent performance at the Club World Cup, made it to the Leagues Cup final, obviously. Maybe it was earlier in the season, but there was a point where Javier Mascherano was not looking very good and he was looking very unsure of himself. And even Leagues Cup final, they got beat pretty badly by Seattle, obviously. It's miraculous on how much they've been able to turn this thing around. And there's a lot of credit deserved to go around for this team. And Jorge Mas, he said he wants to win trophies. He's not in the business of just making appearances. He wants to win trophies. And they are one game away from winning their first MLS Cup, the biggest trophy in Major League Soccer. Guys, this was an incredible, incredible, incredible game for Inter Miami. And New York City FC, they had an injury. Alonso Martinez, their best player this season, tore his ACL last week. He was unable to play, or actually, it was almost 2 weeks ago. Devastating for them, but they did as well as they possibly could, but they just were no match for Inter Miami. They were no match for this overbearing attack that no one can stop right now. So good, congratulations on their season. They should be proud of what they did because they were underdogs and they made it further than most people thought. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you surprised Inter Miami dominated this game so much, or like they did? Do you think they're going to win MLS Cup? Who do you want to see them play in MLS Cup final between San Diego and Vancouver? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.